Going up against Mathismight, the legend. Extremely solid player, one of the best players in the game, undisputed. And we haven't won yet with our linked sledge strategy. He's not a believer. He doesn't think that our strategy is very strong because I do have him on my private messages. I do ask him some questions from time to time because he's regarded one of the best players in the game, and he truly is. But our sledge spam is not to be... Our link sledge has claimed players of this caliber before. You're not going to win every game against Mathismight. Maybe once he knows what you're up to, you probably won't even lose once, and he knows what we're up to. But we're very confident in our strategy because it's the only thing we've been playing. And I wouldn't give us a 50% chance, but I would say, you know, we got like a 20% chance maybe. He's going aggro, isn't he? So I probably want to put this not so far back, maybe like this. I mean, he's got an aggro packet, or I guess you call it mid-range. So I'll just put these guys, I guess, mid-range. Yeah, he's completely standard. Wasn't expecting that. Check if our crawlers are too far forward. I think they're just perfect, actually. Maybe even a little bit too far behind. Pretty perfect. Let's try to kill both of these spiders. I don't care what happens after that. Okay, we actually beat him here. So, pretty nice. What is he? He's cost control? Okay. So his units are a little bit cheap, but he gets crazy economy. Man. I want the Wasp so bad here, but the Fangs are going to mess us up. But let's go for the Wasp anyways. We know that we need Wasps in our strategy, but this early, you got to put them all the way back. That's the problem. Probably want to start selling this. He doesn't have, well, I don't know. Maybe we'll leave it for another round. I'll go for just 3 crawlers here. Go for some lake crawlers. Okay, you don't want to see the Fangs. That's really gonna hurt with the Wasp play, but yeah, you really don't want to see the Fangs. It's like seeing Mustangs. You know you can't go for the all-in, which is the ground spec Wasp, the super easily. I mean, it's still doable as long as these guys don't get too many levels. And all of a sudden, now we're losing. Guess it's pretty close. It's not bad actually. It's only 1 marksman. The Fire Badger will obviously put it in the corner. I think I'll go for this. I think I'm gonna have too much money that I don't know what to do with it. Start selling stuff. Okay, so we're just going to continue playing our tank strategy. We'll go for 2 chaff now because I want to maximize all my deployments. Could have went for the photon. Probably should have went for the photon. This could be interesting too, just to pull everything in, but I don't mind this either. Put this guy in the middle, perhaps. I think you want speed here. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's wait for another round. Okay, so Vulcan, did he unlock that? He unlocked that. Wait, he paid to unlock a Vulcan? That's not good for him. Yeah, it's not good if we go Link. The Vulcan's not gonna, it's not gonna matter for him. So we'll go Link next round. If we win this round and the next round, like, and then you go Wasp all in, you probably just win the game like that. So that's gonna be the plan. Link next round, Wasp next round, and we should win. We should do 4,000 damage in 2 rounds. I'm hoping. If you don't, then the Phantom Rays have to come out. But I hope he takes the I hope he takes like the super greedy thing. So now we sell probably this. You could sell a gun probably. Just go straight into the Link. And yeah, the speed is probably good here. Just to maximize our damage. It's only 50. Throws a Vulcan here. Okay. Triple Vulcan. That's not going to be good into this, I think. I think he's going to be... And he even put something here. Unfortunately, he didn't realize that we actually go for a round 4 Link. Which means we don't have actually the resources to put stuff in the corners. I think he's going to be in trouble here. I don't think his Link is going to do anything. I mean, his Vulcans are going to do anything. He's gonna lose to the tanks and some of the Wasps, which is not that much. I mean, it's only 1,500, I think. Is it even that much? It is 1,500, more or less. All right, so now he's gonna need to do something else here. Go for advanced power system, sell out of this. And now we go into our Wasp play. Ground spec Wasp. I could borrow. I probably want these a little bit more forward if he's gonna do melters. It just depends. I don't believe that we want these to be so far back. We're just all inning at this point. Let's do this. I wish I had the deployment module. I would definitely redeploy that. Scorpions. Scorpions are going to mess us up, obviously. But does he have enough to deal with the ground spec Wasp? And does the ground spec Wasp take care of the Scorpion? We will play Phantom Rays next round. He actually went for the super supply. Extremely greedy, but we're just trying to tempo him out. I hope we can win this just so that you know, he realizes that, like, he recognizes that this is a crazy strong strat. I could see that now the level 2 Scorpions, he had to elite recruit that. You know, that this is starting not to look good for him. And we just finish him off with the Phantom Rays. I wish we could win now, but you know, you have to let the game go on just to prove yourself. Now, the Mustangs obviously come out, right? So it's a good drop for him, but that's fine. We're not worried about that. We don't care about it, whether it's a good drop or not. We have the Phantom Ray response, and this is something we've been practicing time and time and time again. So, you know, don't get nervous here. All it is just the armor enhancement. We'll put it a few squares up. Actually, you know, I like it being like this, so I could just take out these guys, but there's no point in putting it that far up. It's something like this. Something like, you know, I've worked it out. It's something like around this kind of level. You know, you could also do like this. Something along those lines. Probably want to upgrade these guys. Probably want the temp range though, but kind of doesn't matter. Maybe go for the temp range instead of one of these upgrades. And I might just want this even a little bit further up. Might want it to be like this. I think this is fine. Okay, here's the moment of truth. elite level 2. Is he going to be able to do anything? This is going to block 120. He's got 140. I like my spacing because this will surely lock on. But I don't like this marksman play with the aerial spec. I don't like that because that will mess us up. But you have to choose your poison, right? You don't want this to ignite, but it will. Yep, just barely. But it still ignites. But, you know, everything here on the ground is as good as dead anyways. I'll be happy whether or not we win or lose. Like, I felt like we put on a good show here. I feel like we're going to lose this round and probably lose the game. You know, I did everything that I've learned up to this point, right? I can't blame myself. Lightning Storm is going to mess us up. I don't think we do anything to him. I'll go for the deployment module, though, just so I can move this guy up forward a little bit. And she's not doing anything all the way back there. So yeah, there's not much you could do. You just click shield and you just keep going more Phantom Rays. Start selling out of perhaps the tanks. Burst is actually really good too. I could go burst instead. Yeah, I could go burst instead. Burst might be better than shield, but shield is probably not bad as well. Yeah, this is horrible. This I should have used the deployment module to move this guy to the side. I completely forgot about the storm. I was just focusing more on how to build the Phantom Ray line, but it is what it is. We won't blame our loss on the spell because we could still actually win. You know, we do lose quite a bit of these guys, but the Phantom Rays are now kind of the carry, but they're not doing that amazing, especially on this side. And the chaff is kind of starting to run through level 2. We will still survive, hopefully, to play another round, so we still might have another chance. But yep, still a good chance. I mean, our chances of winning were pretty high at one point. Orbital bombardment is not good for us. I think we just go burst here. I think you just take it anyways, right? Or do we not have money for it? You take it anyways. You just try to burst down his shield, basically. Yeah, we're not even going to worry about these guys. We're just going to build more Phantom Rays. Kind of hate the spells, but what are you going to do? Right, we don't have enough to afford the shield. You know, perhaps we upgrade this guy. Perhaps I can get an armor upgrade, because I probably do need armor on these things. The attack upgrade probably doesn't do that much, but it's probably not bad actually. Double shot marksman, everything is getting countered. I wonder if you would have won without the storm is the question. But burst is something we probably should have gone for originally, because if you burst down his scorpions, that the tanks still live. But this is not going to work. To do an early GG here. I feel like I played it as good as I could have played it there. I feel like it was the spell. I want to blame it on the spell, but let's take a look. The frustrating thing is, like, I feel like I didn't do anything wrong. I feel like I lost from the spell, but okay, so we're ready to try it from Mathismight's perspective. Let's just see what he did. He obviously went for the spell. What else did he go for? Went for more of these guys. I mean, it's just marksman and, you know, it's just marksman and Mustang. So let's play it from his perspective. And, you know, we'll also see if we could have done something as well there. So sell out of this. Oh, wait, he didn't sell out of it. He just moved it. Okay, very smart play. He went for double shot. He went for more marksman. Double shot on the scorpion, but that's kind of not necessary, but it's probably not bad to just spend the money on. And elite recruit some more of these guys. Okay, let's try it without borrowing. Let's see what happens here. Okay, I feel like we win here pretty hard, because the marksmen are the phantom rays are just too much, I feel. But do we do enough damage to kill? I guess it doesn't matter. You know, you just have to do damage. It's probably not enough. 700. Let's also try that again now with a more optimal response to his to what's going on here. So we'll skip. I think we sell this. I don't even think you need the double shot, honestly. Go double shot on the marksman instead. 2 marksmen, 1 of these guys, because the marksman is more important. There's so many of these phantom rays that need to go down. Range doesn't do that much. I guess you could go double shot, but what else do you need here? Is range good here, or do we just let's stick with the double shot? I'm sure he knows best. I'll even borrow, go for the attack upgrade. Let's just see what happens here. Maybe we need to keep this Vulcan, because, you know, the Vulcan is it's clearing a lot of chaff, isn't it? Right here, you need the Vulcan for sure. So I might need to replay that with this, because I think this is incorrect. I'm always open to learning and figuring out what we could do better, but I feel like everything we've done here today is based on our, you know, a strategy that we've been fine-tuning, and it just feels like this is what we're supposed to be doing based on, you know, the amount of times I've been playing this. I definitely want to beat Mathismight, because it kind of just shows the power of our strategy. I'll borrow, go for a temporary attack, and, you know, I'll even missile this and this. So this is officially the best way to handle our response, unless you want to do missiles or spells, of course. So I love the phantom rays. They're doing quite a bit. You don't need double shot, you know. Double shot was a mistake on the scorpion. Vulcan dying is, you know, extremely problematic. But let's see, it looks like we're able to clean this up. Okay, so based on this, I could say that maybe our response wasn't amazing, because we were able to do it without the without the spell. So, I mean, do you just keep going Phantom Ray and just brute force? I mean, do you just keep going? Obviously, the drop wasn't good for us, but he could easily just, you know, recruit more and stuff. You just brute force more of these things. And did we actually get a deployment module this round? Nope, it was just a drop. Okay. So let's say we're gonna brute force this. We're gonna go range, at least range, maybe even shield, but it's gonna be at least range. Range though doesn't do anything because it just makes you fly in a little bit quicker. I mean, it just makes you start shooting a little bit quicker. It doesn't actually, like, it doesn't actually allow you to outrange the Mustangs. Problem here is we're gonna get stormed. Or wait, no, this isn't the storm round. Alternatively, I think you could have gone for more Phantom Rays on the line kind of play. Maybe that would have worked. But let's just see how this goes. I question how useful the range is because, you know, it feels like if you're gonna brute force this, you might as well go armor. Now I kind of understand why Mathismight wasn't so impressed with this strategy. Doesn't seem like it seems easy for him to beat. Why don't we do this? Let's go speed and I'll just try to slow this guy down, this Vulcan. Maybe setting this on fire is really bad for us, maybe. So maybe if we kill him before the fire lights, it's like a night and day difference. Nope. He still ignites it. Phantom Rays are, I mean, the Wasps are surviving a touch longer, but not quite enough. Relatively the same result. And our Phantom Ray play, so it looks like the Phantom Ray play was the correct play. How much damage do we do? We didn't do any damage, we lost. So I'm thinking now that I want to do, like, I think our chance to win was this round. So I feel like, I mean, we would used to have gone for the all-in, the Titan, but the Titan doesn't work nowadays. So unfortunately we cannot go for Titan. Like a mountain here probably dies pretty quick to this. Although, I don't know, let's just double check it, you know. You know, maybe you know, maybe it got buffed or something. Just probably put it in the middle or put it on the side. Probably put it in the middle, right? Just to let it soak up some shots. I mean, I should probably put it a little bit further behind, but I'm trying to avoid the ignition. And you can see here, Scorpion kind of kills it instantly. Let's see though. I mean, now maybe he brought enough time for the chaff to come in. I don't think so. Yeah, Titan's pure trash. I mean, I bet you could put a Titan here and move it in. Like, can't move it in. I mean, a factory with, you know, but we get one shot by the Scorpion. That's how bad the Titan is. You're just looking at something that gets one shot. You could put it here, perhaps, you know, try to get it to tank a little bit less. Or you're only tanking for one Scorpion now, which is a little bit better. He didn't even go for the double shot. Good thing is you're soaking up the Vulcan, and the Vulcan actually doesn't ignite anything. But the Titan doesn't do that much for that long. It falls pretty quick, and then the rest of the army falls. So Titan is useless. So Phantom Race, right? How did we? I'm thinking burst rays actually. I'm thinking burst rays, but I don't like the idea of him having like aerial spec and everything. Like he's kind of messing us pretty good. What about just like burst rays? Just trying to get in there. Like we'll focus on one side, maybe even go in with a beacon. Let's go two squares down, just because we might need a missile later. I mean, we might need to avoid a missile later. Okay, let's try that. Range speed. Okay, you one-shot the Vulcan, so this doesn't get ignited. They die pretty quick though to the to these guys, so I don't love what's going on here. I don't think it does anything. We're probably just gonna skip to the next replay. And that didn't work. Is it just checkmate? What am I forgetting? I mean, you could argue maybe go in with some Wraith, try to get the tower. That could be a play, because you're basically all in, aren't you? Right, but what am I not doing with the Wraith that I can do with, you know, a Phantom Ray, right? Like I would just go Phantom Ray instead of Wraith, right? Because it's more harder to kill for the like the marksman, which he already has, and he went for aerial spec. So and what if I just went like this? Or what if I went in from the corner? Very, very sneakily like this. Would that work? Go for temp range. Might even go for temp speed. And just do a missile here, perhaps. Puts down shields every single time. But maybe we actually burst. No, we don't have burst anymore. We just have normal Phantom Rays. They are dying to the marksman pretty quick. We're not quite getting in there. These fangs really messed us up. That fang drop really hurt. And it's still not working. What if we try for the Wraith? I mean, the Wraith I don't think is amazing, because you have the AA spec. I love how he got the AA spec already. Like he anticipated what we were planning to do. Maybe it's because we did tell him our plans, but still, the fact that he executes, you know, you have to give him credit for that. A lot of people, they know what you're gonna do, but they still can't execute it. So let's try that. I'll go with the speed, or let's just say, go with the armor. Okay, 1 is almost down already. Level 2 marksman is just too strong. And the other one is going to go down pretty soon. Stuck on the shield. Okay. So yeah, this is something that I'm a little bit stuck on. I don't know what to do now. I don't know how to counter this. Fortunately, this doesn't happen too often, you know, and he knew what we were gonna do. I mean, it's the Phantom Rays, really. It's the Phantom Rays that probably gives you the best hope. It's just that the hope is not quite enough. I mean, we put it like here. What if you just try to put it back? Like, let's say you put it here, just, you know, or let's say we go the complete opposite. We just put it like this. I mean, I don't think this does anything, but let's just try this. We'll go to the complete extreme. We'll even go for temp range. get an upgrade. Why isn't this gonna work? Because I feel like the Mustangs are not exactly gonna be 100% targeting. Like some of the late Mustangs will, you know, like right now they're. I mean, it should still be. It's not horrible here. I mean, we ended up getting the shield at least. So that's 1800 damage compared to. Let's see how we did originally. I mean, look at this though. We were at full health. He was at 1k. And that's when you know the strategy is working. So we lost 2200. So this was worse. I think this is kind of like a checkmate situation here. Unless there's another unit that I just don't know about that I haven't played ever. Sure, yeah, obviously it's not hacker, but I'm just thinking. Exploding Rhino sounds good in principle, but it just explodes immediately to the Scorpion. Scorpion is super strong. I mean, you'd imagine oil, right? Oil could light him on fire, but the oil doesn't go into the shields. He played this extremely well with his long-term focused kind of play while we were just trying to tempo him out. It almost worked though, that's the thing. 1k, we are full health, but you know, things fell apart, unfortunately. So let's just try this like 2 squares, something like this. Go for the speed this time. This is more or less what we did, except for we were like 2 squares further up. Oh, wait a second. I think we still lose, but yeah, we still lose here, but it's slightly better. Nah, I mean, it's 1800 and we were like, how many squares was that? It's kind of like 4 squares, I guess. I mean, we had it like 2 more squares up, 6 squares, so it's like a 6 square difference. What we have right now. I don't think we're gonna be able to win this no matter what, but I'm just trying to theorize if there's any like what the difference is between the ranges. Like let's just say we're 2 squares up. I mean you're still, this is, but let's say you're here, because I believe we put it like here. Or let's just try this, right? Because I think we did like, yeah, we did 6 squares up. Now we're 4 squares up. So let's try this. It's not bad, like, you know, the Wasp are tanking for the Rays are tanking for the Wasp, but no. Lose a bit more here, 21. So kind of the 6 squares was pretty good. The 6 squares I think was kind of the sweet spot. We lost less life there. And what did we do in the actual playthrough? I think we went like 8 squares. We lose 22 and 2100, so that's pretty bad the way we played it. So this is like 6 squares, you know, it's like 8 squares. I mean, it's, you know, 1, you know, 2, try to like 6 squares here, 2 squares here, 2 squares here, so it's 10 squares. So I think if you go like, if you go about around, let's just do that again. I mean, this is repetitive, but I think it does make a difference because this is how you win and lose. I think if we did like 6 squares, so we had it where we had it was like this. We had it like here, right? Something like this, right? And this is basically 6, Yeah, a little bit more than 6. So 6 plus 2 plus 2. All right, so 10. We'll call it. It was actually 11, but let's call it 10. So if we do this, you're basically at 7 or 6 because you're 2 squares, 2 squares, 2 squares. This is 6 squares, right? Or 2 squares in front of the two squares in front of the tank line and 2 squares behind the tank line. That's what you're looking at. I don't know if the range or speed is actually good. It's probably not horrible, but I could see sometimes the speed being bad because that means the Wasp moving too quick. So let's just double check to see what the stats are on this. Mathismight is one guy you're not going to be able to beat him every time or even once with this link cheese. But let's just look at this. 1900, okay, slightly better, ever so slightly better. And we'll just try this again. What if you put it all the way in the front and you go burst? I mean, it just dies. That's the problem. Is there any is there, what if you go for, let's say you go for burst and let's say you just try level 1 but burst and armor double tech, and we'll go 2 squares up, kind of like what we did before. Try to get the maximum amount of result possible here. I wonder if it's even armor here, right? Because you're more worried you get one shot by the marksman. Okay, but the burst, it can be effective, as you see. But then once you go into the chaff, then all of a sudden the burst does nothing. Phantom Rays are instantly dead. Now you have no army at all, air army at all left. So this is probably worse. Yep. Okay, well, I mean, if anyone has any ideas on what we could do here. Now, I'm thinking here, maybe we could use fire against him, right? Like, if you just go hounds, like you click hound fire, you can clear some chaff, but then the problem is you're not killing the Mustangs. The Mustangs are behind the shield, they're behind the Vulcan. You know, it's such a huge problem. Such a huge problem. And you're not getting through that. You know, the shield is the problem, the tank is the problem. You need the Phantom Rays, but he has the marksman already. And we even tried the round before where, you know, he didn't go for the storm, you know, still lose. I don't mind if, you know, I face a player where I can't lose, but I would love to have an idea of what we can do, if there's anything we can do. So I could have went for shield. I easily could have went for shield. I didn't do that. Right. I'm not sure if the shield does that much, but maybe I click range on top of that. I don't think so. Do you? Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Temp range. Throw down another crawler, or now let's just say we sell a dog. Go for another wasp. Okay. Is there a deployment module in this pack? Okay. Our wasps have all survived. A little bit minus the shield, but wait a second. And we actually, wait a second. This is kind of funny here. We're almost kind of winning here. Almost. I mean, that's good. That's not bad at all. And was that the range, or was that the shield? Maybe we didn't need the maybe we actually didn't need the range. I think you want to be careful because you will end up actually just mainly hurting yourself because your stuff is going to fly in there. Okay, so let's say we only go for this. Just keep spamming. I could even sell this. Like, this isn't, you know, this is not doing anything. Let's go for maybe the attack upgrade. Okay, this kind of gives me hope. At least we can find a round, but kind of don't understand why I'm like almost able to win now, but not before. I think the reason is you have the, you know, once you have critical mass of Phantom Rays, then it becomes different. But now, how come I lose? So the range is important. Okay, the range is doing something. So let's say I go orbital, but I just sell out of this guy because he's gonna get bombed, and then I'll just elite recruit these guys with range. Does that make sense? It does. I do not have temp. I do not have temp range though. That's the problem. I might just want to skip the orbital bombard because it might not do anything. Okay, we lose a pack there. Okay, now he's losing stuff. He's losing some stuff that's important to him. But we're getting wrecked here. So the shield was important. It like, I mean, look at how much of a big deal that is. What else can we do here? Let's say we skip. I mean, do we actually want to skip the spell? I don't think. I think you need the spell. Like it was actually working. Maybe I'll do the spell on the other side. Okay. So we'll go for. It's interesting how you have to go triple tech here. And do I sell out of a Phantom Ray? No, don't sell out of a Phantom Ray. Sell out of a tank. So couldn't really use any deployments, and would have been slightly better for this to be a little bit further behind, because look at this. The Wasps are just like, they're coming into town way too late. Like the Phantom Rays have already, you know, they've already mostly died. So it didn't work here. What probably makes sense is start stacking one side. Like that's always something that I see the pros doing, but I'm not really great at doing myself. So why don't I just stack this side? Might even sell a Phantom Ray. 200 left over. Do I just go for a Wasp? Phantom Rays are taking way too long without the Wasps getting involved, and everything has been already locked on. And now that the Phantom Ray falls, they're well, okay, there's still a Phantom Ray floating there. It's still doing a lot of tanking. We're almost winning one side. You see, we're winning a side. We're not going to win the round, but that's you know, it's still not great here, honestly. It's still 2,000 damage. So I'm just gonna say, you know, I don't know how to come back from this. Like if the Titans now that are nerfed, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. You can't go fire because he's got the shields everywhere. Okay, well we'll try one more thing just to make sure we've tried everything. And that's gonna be Phantom Oil. So do this just because it's, you know, it's a really good spell. Yeah, we have the oil. It's 500. We can use the ignition and just go more Phantom Ray. I will sell out of the Wasp that's gonna die. Might even go level 3 Phantom Ray. No range, no nothing, but I got so many Phantom Rays now. See what happens. This Phantom Ray might be able to burst through the shield, more or less. Let's see if we can get a ignition here. The fire is starting to come through. It's coming very late though, but there is fire. Yep, still. It's not horrible. I mean, still what, 2,000? Still 2,000 plus damage. Okay, so that didn't work. All right. I mean, look, it's just kind of tough here, right? You know, I think, what did we actually do? Did we go burst or something? What did we actually do in the real life? It's just hard to go in with the double shot. There's nothing you can do. I mean, you could stack this side all you want. I don't think it's going to do anything. The burst is doing nothing because you're wasting the first burst on all the things, but at least you burst through the shield. Still, it's too little too late there. You know, maybe the damage isn't that significant here. Still 2,000. Okay, never mind. Alright guys, this apparently is a pretty hard counter.